where the hell did I go and why did I ghost you? I have been keeping a secret for 2 years, but I created a monster. My issues with eating disorders, that alone was hard for me, won't lie. Like, that was tough. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I can't remember the last time I actually said that. I probably don't want to scroll back on my YouTube to find that out. It's been so long. Then it will all make sense after this video why I've kind of been like tapping in and out of YouTube and pretty much a lot of other areas of my life. But I'm back, and I'm gonna be back with 2 videos a month because we're gonna learn to walk before we can run again, you know? I don't wanna just keep saying you guys like, I'm back, and then I ghost you for a little bit. So we're just gonna do it in like small baby steps. But anyway, I have so much to fill you in on, so much to tell you. There's been a lot of things happening in my world, and I just can't wait to, you know, bring you back the organization content, bring you back like house content. There's been so much happening. Like we have a new bed, like there's a lot happening. We even have some temporary blinds at the moment, guys. Like, it's very exciting, like very exciting stuff. But I'm here because I thought I could come back. I want to finish doing my makeup because I started doing my makeup, you see. And I know what I'm like. Sometimes I make things like filming or just like replying to an email or booking a doctor's appointment like a big thing in my head. And we're trying to do like the least amount of resistance for 2026. Also, Happy New Year. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to finish doing my makeup and just do my, you know, I'm back video. And I have a lot of questions from you guys. Also, how cute my nails look. Aren't they the cutest? Anyway, sorry, distracted. You guys have been asking me a lot of questions and I thought I could answer them in this video. Like where I've been, what's going on, what is this, stuff like that. Who would have thought, like guys, I turned 35 last year now. Who would have thought that at 35 I'd be, you know, pumping these cute little headbands and have polka dot nails? But we are only as old as what we feel, is what my nan used to say to me. So I want to get cracking, but I'll just quickly have a look at these questions. Low key, it's like super rainy today. And I swear, I didn't realize how much I'm a creature that gets affected by the weather. So when it's raining, I just turn into a sloth. Actually, speaking of sloths, I got the cutest one. I need to show you this. It is like an anxiety sloth. So it's like weighted and you can hug it. It hugs you, and it's honestly, it's so calming. I love it so much. I'll literally walk around the house with it on me and it just makes me feel calm. Back to the questions. First question is, where the hell did I go and why did I ghost you? Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen the update. You would have seen the big news. I have been keeping a secret for 2 years. 2 years I had to keep this secret from you guys, and it was hard, I won't lie, it was bloody tough. I'm used to like sharing everything online. So when it got to this point where I got my life's goal, I couldn't tell you. It made it really hard to keep showing up online. The thing that happened, yeah, literally about 2 years ago, I received an email. The email was from Penguin, like the publisher, as in Penguin. And they listened to my first podcast on Stephing Up, which I will have some news about that in a couple of weeks. But they listened to that first episode where I talk a lot about like a lot of my life story. And they were like, this girl has a book in her, which, if you guys don't know this, ever since I was a kid, I always knew I was going to write a book one day. Like, I didn't know what it was going to be about, and I didn't know who I was going to be helping, but I knew that it was in me and that I had to do this book. Fast forward a million years and like the biggest publisher in the world has like heard my story. They've read my blog post, they know I can write. I did journalism at uni and writing has always been an outlet for me. And that's how this whole thing started. I didn't actually start like for an Instagram account. I actually started the blog, just the mummy blog. And I just would write, like I was going through postnatal depression. I just had Harper, my first baby, who's literally 10 this year. So I've been doing this for 10 years, insane. And that was the only thing was for me to like connect with other mums because I had no mum friends at the time and it was very, very lonely. And shout out to anyone who can resonate with that because it's tough. Like it really is really hard. And yeah, writing's just always been the core piece for me, like the long Instagram captions, and now it's very different. And look, I love doing video and stuff too, but writing's always like my thing. Anyway, they asked me to write a book and I wrote a book. I literally still can't believe I'm holding this in my hands. Like, Mastering My Messy Life is just, I'm so proud of it. And it took every ounce of like energy or fiber in my body. Like it's, I can't explain to you the journey of writing a book, let alone your own life, where, you know, like you have to face a lot of the parts of you and things that you don't realize that your brain has tried to tuck away for a long time. I began writing the book quite, pretty much soon after they offered me the book. The thing is, at the time, SPP isn't what it is now. Like, we had a very small team. I was absolutely burnt out, like run off my feet. Like, I can't explain to you how much I love SPP, but I created a monster and a beautiful blush beast that I couldn't feed by myself anymore. It got to the point where that was all happening. I'm doing the podcast, doing YouTube, all the things, and I just kind of had the realization, like, I can't do it all the time. Like, I knew it was something was going to give, and SPP, like, so grateful with the most beautiful community, like you guys, like, but it just, we didn't have, like, I didn't have the systems in place. I didn't have like the team, like, it was a lot. So I pretty much just knuckled down, and I was trying to get us into this house, and I had to like change the whole company structure, like it's the processes. I hired 6 full-timers in 3 months, thank God. And it is a completely different company than what it was back then. Like, I'm so proud of it. So in saying that, I had to get an extension of the deadline twice, which as a perfectionist and a people pleaser, that alone was hard for me, won't lie. Like, that was tough. But I got to the point where, you know, running on 3 hours sleep and trying to be a mum and all the things, it just wasn't happening. And I wanted to like make sure I could make this book the best it could be. It was due, I think the actual manuscript was due March last year, but that's like, it's a whole process, which I'm gonna do a full other like YouTube video on writing a book, because I know so many people since I announced it on Insta have been asking me like the process and all that stuff. And it is such a like, it's a whole other world. Like, even like when I was writing this, I started like, you start to talk about the people, as in like me and the people in my life that are in the book as characters, and there was full like plot lines and things I had to cut. Like, I wrote, so I already started writing the book, I already wrote like 90,000 words, and then I scrapped it all and wrote it again, and I wrote 240,000 words in 3 months, and I had to get it down to 90, and it was just, yeah. But basically this book is for like anyone who's always felt like the black sheep, that always feel like everyone else in the world got a manual and yours is from Temu and it smells funny. You feel scatterbrained, or you feel like you just don't know what your thing is. It is obviously a memoir about my life, so there's things that I have never shared online or even with people in my life that I put in here. And it was really eye-opening, and it was triggering as well, you know, writing about your trauma and stuff. But the response from this has been next level. Like, people who don't even like reading books or things like that, they're just devouring it, and then they're buying, like, they've listened to it on the audiobook. So just so you know, sorry, I get really excited. You can listen to it on the audiobook. So I recorded that myself at Penguin, and that was really fun. But I actually also realized I've been saying a lot of words wrong my entire life. So I did that, so you can listen to the audiobook. And a lot of people who love audiobooks, they've been doing that, but then they go buy the physical copy, so then they can highlight stuff. Because at the end of every chapter, there's like, we call them box outs, and it's kind of like a little helpful section. So there's so much helpful things in this book that relate to the themes. There's so many themes I talk about in this book, from, you know, being a girl growing up in the 90s, and then like I do a whole chapter on this, and talking about like why we are so hard on ourselves and why our body image is absolutely cooked. And there's a great reason for it. I talk about, you know, my issues with eating disorders, with, you know, feeling like the kid that everyone else, even in high school, knew what they wanted to be when they grew up, and I couldn't even like get to class on time. You know what I mean? And I talks about like, you know, traumatic childhood, and like, oh, there's so many things, like motherhood, you know, creating business, and I'm just very, very, very honest to a fault sometimes. I do talk all the way up and through till like recently, like moving into this house and stuff. So you really do get to know me on a whole other level, and you see why, you know, it's quite funny that I'm now known for organization. Because when you read this, you'll be like, how did that get from that? But I also explain why, as people, like, you know, when it's like, okay, when a guest comes over, you know, people are coming to your house. We are always so quick to quickly run around. We, you know, dust the bloody skirting boards. We clean everything, and we act like we don't want these people to know that people actually live here, because that would be preposterous, wouldn't it? And I talk about the sense that we are all so ashamed of our mess, but we all have it, and how when you really look at it, and I take you through the journey, that your mess is your magic. It's what makes you you, and it's not something to be ashamed of, and you don't need to be hiding that from people. So that's a big one. So I will give you guys the link to my book below, and I'm just so proud of it, and I would really love if you guys would read it or listen to it or whatever. So yeah, your girl's been a little bit busy. I don't know what I'm even doing to my face at this point, in saying that I have very much been trying just to kind of like get back to a bit of a baseline, because when you've kind of been in this weird like survival mode for so long, like I went through a lot of emotions, and then there's like the burnout and all that stuff. But I have just been kind of, you know, taking one day at a time, just trying to get from one deadline to the next. But now, like, for example, we just had like New Year's and stuff, and I finally had my first like proper break in years over the holidays, and it was so nice. Like my team at SPP, like they're just my angels, saving my life. So I kind of just answered like 4 of the questions in one, I think, kind of. But anyway, someone asked how was my 2025? So as you can kind of tell, she was busy. But you know, in saying that, like the house, like Ryan's been busy working on the house, getting that sorted. Still a work in progress, like everything, but the kitchen's nearly done. And again, like if you guys didn't know, our house, we moved into it like unfinished, which is fine because that's life and things happen. But we have got a lot of house updates. Like I did film a lot of the things that was happening while it was happening, but I will definitely be sharing that with you guys because it's been a little while. This is a side note. Love, I've got these lip stains. I'm obsessed. So I like always like to have something on my lips, but actually I want to look into lip blushing because that looks really good. You know, like they do the lip tattooing, but you can go to like some really good people. Anyway, there's these lip stains from Stiller and I got the shade that's Hillary. It's kind of like a brownie, I feel like old school YouTube now, brownie nude color. And then I've got this more like a light pink nude, but they're so nice. And they do last really, really well. Low maintenance things for us. Sorry guys, I can't really talk when I do this. Fun fact, when I was a makeup artist, I would always ask like brides and everything. I would always ask them like questions as soon as I started putting their lipstick on, and they can't answer me. Like, why did I do that? So yes, my 2025 was very much so like I pretty much didn't go to the gym at all, which was actually very, very hard. As you guys know, I've exercised for like the last 15 years consistently. And for me, I started, as you guys know, and my health journey is in here. Like quick version, massive binge drinker, ate like shit. You know, there wasn't really food readily available growing up. So as soon as I kind of was let out of the house, I ate my feelings and then some. I gained like 25 kilos in a year. And I started trying to go to the gym for the vanity, like to look a certain way. But over time I realized how much it actually helped with my anxiety. And I know it sounds like whatever, Steph, but it genuinely it changed my life. So, and that was like my consistent, you know, like from losing dad and nan and everything else that's happened and like moving to the unit and then here, like there's a lot of parts of my life that felt things were changing a lot. The gym was always my consistent. So when I did have to stop going to the gym because I genuinely couldn't get this book done in time, it was rough, I won't lie. I love this lipstick. It's a Lost Minerals one. It's like a lip oil. I'm obsessed with it, it's so nice. And I kind of like mix them together a little bit. I'm probably gonna like look in the mirror after this because I can't really see. And I'm gonna be like, what have I done to my face? But yes, I finally am back into the gym. I think I went back to the gym probably 3 months ago now. And as you guys know, like I'm a PT, but like not practicing. But I finally, I ended up getting a coach not long ago, so I've got a program and it's really good because you like track all your weights and like it even tracks like your rest between sets. So I'm feeling really strong again, which is so good. And like I'm still on that journey with my ADHD medication, I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know if I talked about it on YouTube, but I've been on my ADHD meds for a couple of years now. A couple of years now. I can't speak English. And it just kind of like it helps, like my brain finally goes silent and that's fantastic. But I feel like there's always kind of like I have to pick between productive Steph that has a quiet brain but feels more like a robot and I like lose my spark, or Steph who won't get shit done, her brain's crazy but I'm more me. It's kind of hard to explain. They kind of can call it like kind of like emotional blunting a little bit too. Like I don't feel how I normally feel when I'm on them. So that's going to be a bit of a time, but it really does link in because it also doesn't help with your appetite at all. And that's a big thing. So, you know, we're not going to the gym. I think I lost like 4 kilos of muscle, which was so sad. And then, you know, with you not eating, like I just wasn't feeling great and lack of sleep and all that. So this year's very much about really getting into my self-care again, and it's always good when you feel like you need to, you know, change all the things. I don't recommend doing it all at once. And I know it's the start of a new year, everyone's going to be still going pretty crazy on trying to change everything and do all their goals. But I don't know if you guys know this, and I talked about this on the podcast, but there's actually a date that majority of people break their New Year's resolutions. And it's the 12th of January. It's literally like not even 2 weeks into the year. Most people have already broken their resolutions. And it's because we put way too much pressure on ourselves. Like, I talk about this a lot, but it's the whole notion of like falling off the bandwagon. And a lot of people don't understand that like there is no bandwagon. There's just life, and we built the bandwagon. And again, I'm gonna say this a million times. I talk about this a lot in my book. Like, you know, the way we view our bodies and all of that stuff, it's just so cooked. And it's very sad. Like, I think back to all the stupid things I did to, you know, be skinny and fit into jeans that I did when I was basically a fetus, and that's just not normal. Like, our bodies are changing and it's just not healthy. So for me, with the gym, circling right back, I started for vanity, and then when you realize how much it helps your brain and your anxiety, and for me, like, if I don't go to the gym, I'm an asshole. No, I'm not an asshole, but like my patience with the kids and slow walkers and people that you let in front of you in the car and they don't wave, the patience for them is literally zero. So once you can really tap into that, because the thing is, you need to have a bigger why. If your why for training or going to the, like, whatever you want to do, if you want to do dancing, if you want to do Irish dancing, whatever your choice is, if your why isn't, you know, big enough, you're not going to get out of bed on the hard days and do it, because, you know, just trying to look good, it's not a good enough reason to continue. So most of my 2025 was pretty much sitting down, typing, and I even turned our dining table into a desk at some point because I had to get out of the office. As much as my office is beautiful, which I'm going to be decluttering. I'm doing like a full 2026 like reset, but I do it like one kind of area a week because it's a lot. Like, I'm one person. Sometimes I'm half a person, but that's okay. All right, next question. I feel like I'm so scattered with these replies. I'm so sorry. How's the house coming along? I missed the Pase house updates. So yes, as I said, vlogs coming soon. We've got grass. We can touch grass in the backyard. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. Like, even the kids, like especially Willow, ever since she was little, she's always needed to be outside. So we got that, and we got like, it was a slab of concrete, but we got like a basketball hoop, playing all the ball sports, even though the kids and I were not very sporty. But Ryan's just trying to, you know, trying to get us in there, which is fine. I actually really enjoy it. It really helps. What am I doing, Steph? I want to look like a clown. One little thing I love, little tip, whatever blush you use, pop that also on your eyelids and like as eyeshadow, because when you kind of wear the same tone across your face, like if it's all warm, like peachy colors, it actually makes you just look a lot more like refined. That's just a little hot tip and I love it. This one's Max Copper Tone. I love it. I've got so much to tell you guys. I also, after I finally submitted my book, like, and it was like pretty much, I was like done, I went in this like hyper focus mode and I figured out what my color season is, if you can tell. And I'm a soft autumn, but it has changed my life. Like, genuinely, it took me to be 35 years old to figure out what colors suit me. The color season, there's like 4 color seasons. There's autumn, winter, summer, spring. And depending on your skin tone and your features and things like that, you'll fall into a category. And it's wild because once you know your category, the colors there, like, you're set. Like, now when I go shopping or even online shopping, I'll know what colors to go for and I go straight for them. And it honestly, like, I've done the biggest cull of my wardrobe, which will be in the next video when I show you, like, we're gonna do a reset together. Oh, I'm just so excited to show you all the things. So excited. I feel like we're having like a sleepover and I'm finally able to share all my things with you, and it's really nice. And even like with the color season, like it tells me to only use like brown mascara and it makes such a difference. Like, black has always been way too harsh on me, and it changes your life. Once you know, you can't unsee it anymore. Like, it's incredible. So like for me, like neutrals and stuff, like I shouldn't wear, when we say shouldn't, like you do you. If you're in a color season and you're not meant to wear like bright blue and you love bright blue, like wear the damn color, you know what I mean? But in general, it tells you, even like down to my hair color, if you guys remember, I used to be blonde forever. And then I went to this like copper color and I was like, oh, it really like suits me. And that's because it's in my color season. And I never knew that. So it'll tell you makeup, hair, everything, and it's insane. So I highly recommend, if you want like a full video on that, like, look, I'm not an actual professional or anything like that, but I can tell you what I know. Shit, I got distracted off the question. Okay, there's one question on tips on work-life balance. How did I manage everything while writing a book? Guys, I didn't manage everything. Yeah, no, I didn't. The thing is, like, yeah, I do get asked this question a lot online, like, how do you do it all? And the answer is I don't do it all. I've got a team at SPP. You know, Ryan, he like works within SPP, but like he's doing the house, so he's around. You can't be everything to everyone all the time. And it took me forever to figure that out myself. And we always will figure this out the hard way, usually when our body's like, we've had enough. I did experience that a lot last year while writing my book. Like someone asked, I think, how my mental health was. Oh, that was a bit of a doozy too. But the thing is, like, we are also obsessed with chasing this thing called like balance. The idea of what we think balance is bullshit. Like, it's actually bullshit. During seasons of your life, there's always going to be one area, so it could be kids or work or your health or building a house or whatever you're doing, is always going to need more of you than others. So sometimes the kids are going to need me more, well, most of the time. Sometimes work's going to need me more. And it's actually impossible to be completely equal across everything. So I don't believe in balance for a second. I don't think the idea of it behind it is bad. I just think the very idea that we think we could achieve that is crazy. But it's also like that saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I hate that saying. Like, I say absolutely, that's bullshit, because, you know, the way I shop for my kids' awards at school is not the same way I'm going to shop for, you know, booking a dentist appointment or keeping up with admin. The way I shop for a work meeting is not the same way I could possibly be a couple of weeks behind on laundry. Like, everything is going to demand more of you at any one time. And for me, I'm not going to show up with as much care or attention and things when it's not my kids or work or the important things as I would in other areas. It's actually impossible. And I just feel like that really does push the notion of perfection and, you know, having high energy all the time, every day. Because the thing is, we're not, especially women, we have a 28-day hormone cycle, you know what I mean? You're gonna wake up different most days, which is fun for us. I love that. And you just can't expect yourself to feel the same every day. There's gonna be days when you feel like going to do a workout, and there's days you're gonna be like, I'm gonna just do some stretches on the floor in my pajamas. Like, it is what it is, and it's not making excuses for yourself, but the sooner you realize that's literally how humans are made, well, not made, how we're built. We'll talk about sex ed another time. The sooner you're gonna have that compassion for yourself, and then you can actually do the things that are gonna create change for you. So creating a high energy morning routine and a low energy morning routine, which again, I talk about in my book. Anyway, so it's just about meeting yourself with compassion, but also just being realistic. Like, this is us being realistic. We're not being sooks. We're not trying to get, sometimes we try to get out of things, but once you can see yourself properly and fully as a human being, then you might stop being such an asshole to yourself. That's what we're doing in 2026, guys. Well, this one's a good one. What are your plans and goals for 2026? I'm gonna be doing like a couple of probably vlogs on this. I have a certain way I do resets for each year, and I will link the ones below I've done in the past. I'll show you guys how to make a digital vision board. I'll show you how to make a screensaver for your laptop or your phone, like how to make a vision board. And I take you through the steps on how I do like a reset. But for me, I'm very much anti doing my New Year resets like early Jan. Definitely don't do it in December. Like, are you crazy? And I just do it a bit differently. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I'll be taking you through that in another, how do I explain this? I had to stop something a couple of years ago. You guys are gonna guess this, that you really loved. And I've mentioned it a couple of times, and it's coming back. So I'm gonna be talking about this stuff a lot on there, which I pretty much have just given away what it is. But yes, so for me, I guess my intentions for the year are, yeah, to really like look after my health more. Like, I need to go to the dentist. I need to like go to the doctors, blood tests, all the things. And also just come up with like a new flexible weekly kind of schedule. And it's just more so to help me like batch things. So between SPP and then, like, you guys know I love, like, with my cleaning schedule, I like to batch areas of the house each day that I clean. Not perfect, trust me, it's just not perfect. We actually just got a cleaner recently, which has been a game changer, like doing the deep cleaning in like the bathroom and stuff. But yeah, I think for me it is, yeah, just getting back into the flow of being creative online again, because it has felt really weird even filming this video. I was a bit like, oh, am I gonna run out of things to talk about? But then I just ramble, so I think we're good. I'm just really excited to kind of learn to slow down, like embrace slowness and get back into my meal prep. That's a big one. When I was writing my book, I literally was 80% Indian food. Uber Eats literally took all my money. And yeah, getting the house sorted. Like, I really want the kids to feel, I don't know, like they're in their routine again and stuff like that. Like, they really did fall out of routine when I was writing the book, and like, you know, like Ryan's a legend and all the things, and it is what it is, but just trying to get them back to that place, whatever that looks like. Because when kids are older, they are brutal and they just won't sleep. Guys, I can't tell you how long I've been like having to lay mostly one of the girls' beds. I won't tell you who, but like one of the girls just isn't a great sleeper like me. So I've been having to lay with her, which is fine. Like, look, they're little only for a little while, but I kind of thought it might last a couple of months, but it's going on a while. So I'm gonna just try and see what we can do with that. So if you guys have any advice for when kids are around 8 or 9 who just suddenly like won't sleep. But yeah, having, you know, the back to like the pool and having grass to touch grass has been helping as well. But yeah, just getting back into all the things, and hopefully might get another book deal, but hopefully the deadline won't be for a long time. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and it's just really good to be back, and I can't wait to update you on so many things and show you what's going on at the house. We're going to organize the house together, because I promise I haven't done it without you. Like, I literally haven't been able to. So we're going to do all that together. It's a brand new year and I'm just excited to be back. I love you guys, and I will see you guys Monday in 2 weeks. All right, bye.